Well, hello, YouTubers. This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, the letters are coming in like crazy, and I know you've been waiting for another episode of Messages from the Spirit World. So before we get into the letters, let's just take a moment and attune to the spirit world. Okay. Fletcher's over here. He says hello to you. Okay, well, my first letter tonight is for Twiz123. And Twiz, you write a good question, how to connect with your spirit guides. Well, the main thing you want to do is just to meditate every day for 5 minutes. Fill yourself with light and try to see and feel that light. That'll raise your vibration. And in that light, you can call them to you, okay? You may have an image or hear a voice or just have an impression of somebody being present. Now, you have a guide around you, and I believe his name is Jerome. So hopefully that is a name you can use and call him to you and see if you make a connection. But start with meditation, 5 minutes only a day. Don't try to do 6 hours. 5 good minutes will help, but it has to be consistent and every day. Okay? Thank you for writing. Okay, Zirius21. Hi. I loved your letter. The lights that you're encountering, first of all, let me tell you, you're not crazy. But what you're experiencing are spirit lights. And some of you out there watching this may also have experiences. So, when you're hearing other people's messages, listen, because they could be for you as well, these messages. Anyways, a lot of times people that are opening psychically will perceive little pinpoints of light, like sparks of light. And these are known as spirit lights. They're nothing to be afraid of. They're not dangerous. But they do happen to come around people a lot of times, especially when they're opening psychically. And I do feel that you're getting some psychic opening here in the mediumship area. So what you want to do is, when you experience these lights, remember just to pray, raise your own vibration, and you can ask them if they have a message. You may or may not get something, but just observe them and get to connect with them. There's nothing to be afraid of, and you're not crazy, okay? Thanks for writing. Let's see here. JLOMJM67. Yeah. Your question is how to do teleportation of the body. And really, I don't think we've quite mastered that yet, at least not the average person. Interestingly, there are yogis in India who can levitate the body and also transport their body from place to place in a blink of an eye. And there is teleportation. But for most of us, that's a level we have yet to attain. The thing that I would encourage you to work on is astral projection, and that's much more easily obtained. And this is when the spirit goes out of the body and goes to the astral realm. So I want you to work on researching astral projection. Also, I do pick up around you a spirit guide, Yogananda, and he's going to help you with your astral projection. Okay, and interestingly, some of the masters that he knew were connected to bilocation. Also, bilocation is when you can be in 2 places at once. It's kind of like a form of teleportation. But you want to work with Yogananda and ask him to help you work on astral projection. Okay, thanks for writing. Okay, let's see here. Magic Skater 77. Yes, well, I'm so glad you got a Ouija board. That's good for you. Now, yes, you also mentioned here that you purchased Ouija Mysteries, my book. Very good. Thank you. I'm honored when anybody purchases my books. And anyways, yeah, for those of you who are new to my channel, I do have some books that are out, and you can get them on Amazon. So you can look up Bob Hickman, or I'll put some links down below here. But anyways, Magic Skater 77, you want to follow the instructions in that book, because I wrote that book to teach people how to use Ouija board safely. Now, you have around you also an angel named Uriel. He's one of the archangels. And he's helping to ground you a little bit because your etheric energy is getting so strong you're kind of feeling a little imbalanced. But Uriel's going to help you to be a little more focused, and he'll help you with your spiritual development, okay? And as for your other guy, Ron, he is around you. And he's getting used to your vibrations. Not so much he's afraid of you, as much as he's trying to get comfortable with your energy. And if you work with grounding and doing some meditation like I put in my book, and work with Uriel, you'll have a stronger link here. And I do see by the time you get to around May and June of this year, improved psychic connection there around you. Okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, let's see here. 666 Dante Devil 666. Hi, thank you for writing. Well, you know, around this person, I'm very concerned. I feel that they have had this issue for a while, actually, and it goes back a few years. I'd like them to see a counselor because I do feel that this needs professional assistance. And I feel there's severe depression around them. Interestingly, I feel this person has come into your life in order to for you to help them. And this is part of your spiritual journey. So you can help intervene to help them by talking with them. Ask them to go with you to the counselor. Tell them if they're afraid to go, you'll go. I believe there's probably a nurse or a counselor in your school or even a trusted teacher that can help. So I would like you to, don't abandon them. I think your concern and your care is admirable, but I do feel they need professional help, and please get them to somebody that can help. Get to a trusted adult, because I feel this person has been in the past borderline suicidal, and this has me very concerned, okay? So, anyways, we can talk more, and if you need some more help in connecting to a professional, maybe I can help you with that, okay? But they are not just playing around. They are serious, and they do need help, okay? Thank you for writing. Okay, next letter, Malik Auntie. Hi, you know, hon, I get around you writing. I get music notes, I get writing, poetry, and I feel like you're opening a channel here that is very creative, very powerful, and I want you to be open to doing a lot of writing here. I also feel that in your spiritual life, I'd like you to do some studies of the ancient Indian Vedas. These are very ancient texts, and they will help you to connect to the spirit of the cosmos, a kind of a cosmic consciousness. And I feel this will be important for you as you go forward. So study the Vedas. I want you to keep a notebook with you, a journal, and I want you to write. Now, you're going to say, well, I can do texting. No, you want to use your actual hand and write and draw, because this is part of your opening, okay? All right, let me know how it goes. Thank you so much. Okay, Hope, 2321. You have a very interesting question. You ask, can a medium channel somebody who is astral projecting? And the answer is absolutely yes. Many times mediums, when we're reaching out into the spirit world, we pick up a lot of vibrations, different presences. And if somebody is actually astral projecting, they're in their spirit body. So a medium can perceive that and pick it up. So if you've seen a medium who gave you a message from somebody who you know very well is alive, you might want to check on that and find out if that person was sleeping at the time that you had that reading. Because, interestingly, this does happen. And I myself have actually had it occur. And what was interesting, I had a person come one time, and I said, I've got your father around you. And the person said, my father's alive and well. I said, I see him standing next to you. He just, Well, anyways, when the person got in, she got in and called her father. He said, I was deep in sleep, and I had this strange dream that you and I at this office together. Well, he was astral projecting and seeing my office in his astral body. So I loved your question, because it is a fascinating phenomenon. Yes, it does occur, okay? Also around you, I pick up some energy here about going back to school. And I feel like education, taking some kind of classes here, seem to come up around you this year. And I get a lot of creative energy here, maybe something in computer, graphic arts, something like that. So be open to some development in the artistic area, computer areas, a technological element, okay? Good luck. Thank you so much for writing. All right, let's see here. Julius Video, hi. One of the things I pick up around you is you're an empath, and I keep feeling like you're taking on all this overwhelming energy from the people around you here. And, one of the things that I want to tell you here is that you don't have to look at life as a conflict. It's not an issue of, do I be transcendent and spiritual, or do I just be an earthly person? Because being an earthly person is a spiritual work. We are actually meant to be here. And as spiritual as we are, we cannot suddenly get so up in the clouds that we're not grounded. And that's the struggle that you've been working on, how to be grounded. And every time you get grounded, you think, oh, have I lost my spirituality? And no, you haven't. You're just very tuned into spirit, okay? So you can attune to the earth and be spiritual at the same time. In fact, I'm a Wiccan, and the Wiccan tradition talks about being transcendent through connecting to the earth. So you might want to read some books on Wicca. And one of the things I would encourage you to do is go out, find a beautiful tree, and put your back against a tree, lean against it, and let your energy be grounded to the earth. And what you'll find is that you're just as spiritual. And you're still transcendent, and you feel balanced, okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, let's see here. Gingerfish851. Yeah, hi. You got around you with a lot of spirit people, but the two guides that I pick up around you, one is named Tobias, and the other is Amaranth. And it's interesting because they've been working with you over this last year because you've been going through a lot of spiritual openings and transitions here. And I want you to work on balancing your meditation, and I do feel you can connect with them. Just take 5 minutes a day, and like I said earlier, use the light and then call them to you. Tobias and Amaranth are their names. Okay. Thank you for writing. Okay, Sleepyhead84. Hello, good to see you, dear. Part of the problem here, you ask a good question here about when you fall asleep when you meditate, try to open all the chakras. Well, first of all, when you meditate, okay, especially all of you watching, this is good for you too. Don't try to sit for 3 or 4 hours or even an hour, 5 minutes. And don't try to do all the chakras because that takes a lot of energy. Choose each day and work on one chakra. There's 7 chakras, and so you got 7 days. So on Monday, you work with the base chakra, and you work on balancing that for 5 minutes. On Tuesday, you work up to the sacral chakra. You work on balancing that for 5 minutes. And go through the chakras over a week. And what you'll find is that you build a stronger connection in your meditation, and you don't fall asleep. And I would encourage you, please never do this type of meditation in bed. You need to be sitting up, have your spine aligned, and that way it'll keep you more focused, okay? The 5 minutes is all you need, but work on one chakra, okay? Thanks for writing. Okay, Chimp Angel. Hello, dear. Around you, I do not see a termination in your work at this time. I do pick up there could be a write-up in probation, though. So, unfortunately, I do see that. But I am seeing you come through that, and you'll be okay. All right. Thanks for writing. Okay. Rico Boveda. Hope I said that right. Rico Boveda. I'm not sure I said that right, but I think you know who you are. Anyways, as for wishes, can wishes come true? Yes, they can. But, in the magical community, as I said earlier, I practice Wicca, we do believe that one can generate a change in reality through a wish. But it's not just like you just say, oh, I wish for this and it happens. It has to be a conscious effort focused with meditation, with prayer, with direct channeling of energies. and be followed up in the material world by actions that support that wish. So, for example, if you wanted to say, gee, I wish I had a new car, okay? Well, you might want to get a picture of that car and cut it out and put it on an altar and meditate drawing that car to you. And then be on the lookout, like visit dealerships, and see if your consciousness opens doorways there. So it's not just saying a wish and it happens. It takes effort on our part to manifest that. But, you know, as they say, as above, so below. So as you create that reality on the astral realm, you can manifest it on the physical realm. Okay? Anyways, that's just a brief explanation. There's a lot more to it, but I hope that gets you started. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Zora Tales, hi. Good to hear from you. You know, I have to tell you, I see you going back to school. And I feel like the spirit world is calling you into a new beginning here, because you're emerging very much into a new phase and a new chapter of your life. And I see, you know, your spirit guide drawing around you here a lot of creative people. And I feel like you'll enter back into the public school system to be connected to very creative and wonderful people who will enrich your world. So, yeah, I do see you going back. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Wandering Master, you know, you've got on your chart two themes going on simultaneously. One is an artist theme and one is a healer theme. And the healer theme is being made manifest in this upcoming year, because the struggles that you've had in your own balance in life have been to teach you compassion, so that in turn you will help others, okay? And interestingly, your artist theme here is what it connects you spiritually to the higher forces. And I do feel there's a lot of creative energy flowing through you now. Now, you must be careful not to close yourself off from society. And the reason why you feel like doing that is, one, it's because you had a former life as a monk. So you had, like, you know, 100 years almost. You lived almost 100 one of your lives of deep meditation on a mountaintop, and it was in Greece. Now, because that was such a tranquil life, you feel on a soul level still a link to that, want to go back to that. But that's not why you're back. You're not back to be withdrawn. You're here to be in the world. So you can be spiritual and in the world. This is part of your challenge, but I do see you doing it here, okay? And as far as the relationship situation, I feel like that's part of your chart, and she's going to stick with you, and you're going to stick with her. So it's not time for that to be over, because that's part of bringing you more into the world. Okay. Thanks for writing. My goodness, guys, I don't know where the time goes. Well, that's all I'm going to do today, but I appreciate you writing, and keep it here, because we've got more videos coming this week. I'm going to be doing one on UFOs, and I have actual evidence for you guys, okay? So keep it here. This is Bob Hickman, and next week I'll bring you another Messages from the Spirit World.